Today I am going to talk you through all the tools, all the kind of online software-based tools that I use to run my design and education business. I don't know about you, but I get so nosy and I love seeing what other freelancers are using to kind of run and manage their business and their marketing activities and all things like that, so I thought I would share my own. Hi, my name is Anna. I am a designer and online educator at byrozanna.co.uk, and on my channel I share videos to do with business, productivity, freelancing, marketing, Squarespace, Flowdesk, all kinds of tutorials as well. So if you want to stay up to date with my latest videos, which I publish every week, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So let's first of all kick off with my favourite project management and general business tools that I use in my business. And the first one that I want to mention is one that I always bang on about. I've got lots of video tutorials here on YouTube about it and lots of blog posts as well, and that is Trello. And if you didn't know, Trello is basically a Kanban style project management tool that you can use. It's completely free to sign up. I only just recently in the last few months upgraded to Trello for business just because I ran out of boards for my business account, but honestly, I've been using it for years and years without even paying for it, and you get so many amazing features with it. So as you can see, this is my Trello account and I've got lots of different boards for lots of different things to manage my business. I literally use it for absolutely everything. I can't show you my projects board at the moment, which is where I manage all of my kind of project timelines and my clients, because there's some sensitive information in there. But let me just show you my kind of 3-month plan board. You can create these different lists here, but you can also view everything in a calendar view as well. And you can color code different tasks, which I think looks really, really good. And if I head back here, you can see I've got a few boards where I clip inspiration images so that I can look back at any design inspiration. I plan out all my courses here. I plan out all my content and social media, everything like that, all in calendar views as well. It's really useful, and there's loads of cool automations you can do with it as well. But as I say, I do have loads of videos, tutorials already on Trello, but do leave me a comment below if you would like to see a video about why I use Trello versus Asana, or any other kind of comparison videos between different project management tools, because there are a lot out there, and trust me, I've tried a lot. I've tried Asana, ClickUp, Dubsado, all of those types of things, but I always come back to Trello purely because of its simplicity. But do let me know in the comments if you would like me to do a more in-depth video about why I like Trello the best. So next up on my list of kind of project management style tools is HelloSign, and it's basically a software that allows me to send contracts to clients and it lets them sign them digitally. So that means they don't have to print contracts out, they don't have to scan things, they don't have to print and take photos of things. They literally can just have a digital signature on HelloSign and sign the contracts that I send out. So I've got a list here of kind of pre-made contracts that I've created, and then I literally just get them to fill in the blanks, or you can upload PDFs and have people sign them in the spaces where you dedicate it to them. So I use that to get signatures of my clients. Another tool that I use a lot is Zapier or Zapier. You basically use this tool to create different automations between lots of other different softwares and tools that you might have. So you can create Gmail zaps or automations, which means that if you have a new attachment sent to you in Gmail, it will automatically, Zapier or Zapier will automatically add that attachment to a Google Drive folder. That's just an example there. I use it for a lot of email marketing stuff to do with Flowdesk, which I'll talk about in a minute. So automating a lot of that, and also some teachable stuff as well. But you can also use Zapier to create any automation you can basically dream of. So you could even do things like, if you're using Trello to manage your projects with clients, you could have your contact form on your website automatically send all your client details into a Trello card, for example. So there's unlimited things you can do with it, and I definitely recommend checking it out. Next up is Calendly, which is what I use to book in my kind of appointment slots to do design consultations with clients. It basically lets you sync with your Google Calendar or your iCalendar or whatever calendar you're using and make certain time slots available. And then you just send your clients or potential clients, people who you want to set up a meeting with, a link to your Calendly, and they can literally look on a calendar and pick a free time slot and schedule it in. And then it adds it to your calendar for you. So for example, if I click on this, you can set what kind of event it is, you can set how long the event is, when your appointments are available, you can update this manually, or you can just sync it with your calendar to be whenever you have an available time slot. And you can change these and customize it as much as you like. You can ask specific questions for people to fill in. So once they've selected a time slot, they can then fill in their name and email address, but also they could do a phone number or any other details that you want to capture from them. And then it will automatically send email reminders to them to help them do that. And it's basically just a really good way of getting rid of all that back and forth that you go through trying to find a suitable time for everyone to have a meeting. I've wasted so many hours doing that, just back and forth emails, trying to find a good time slot. So Calendly is just a great tool to save you loads of time on that. It's just all in one place and it does all the reminders and follow-ups for you. In terms of where I host my website, as you probably guessed, because I am a Squarespace website designer, I use Squarespace as my website building and design platform, and I have for years, and I absolutely love it. I do have other tutorials and things about Squarespace, and you can find more about my website design services on my website, which I will link to in the description. So now let's move on to marketing tools. One of my favorite tools at the moment, which I can't stop going on about, and you've probably seen it a bit on my channel, is Flowdesk, which is a brand new email marketing software company. I say brand new, they've been around for just over a year now, I think, but I absolutely love them. I have an online course all about how to use Flowdesk for your email marketing and all kinds of strategies to do with email marketing too. Again, I'll leave a link to that in the description, but just to show you, this is where all of my emails get sent out, all of my email newsletters. I've got, different segments of different subscribers here, so I can tell who's maybe purchased what or signed up for what on my website. You can create forms within Flowdesk that look really beautiful and add them easily to your website. And you can set up so many different types of automations. It's great. I absolutely love it. But again, I've got an online course that talks you through how to use that if you want to find out more. But if you want to find out more about Flowdesk, obviously you can check out some of my previous YouTube videos, but I also have an ultimate guide to Flowdesk page on my website. Again, I'll link to that below, but it's just buyrosanna.co.uk/Flowdesk, and I've got comparisons of Flowdesk and MailChimp. I've got a behind the scenes tour of how everything works. I've got information about how to move from MailChimp to Flowdesk, so definitely go check that out. Next up is a tool called Later, which I use to plan and schedule and organize my Instagram, both of my Instagram accounts. So this is what it looks like. You can basically upload all your media here and then just arrange it and plan out how your feed is going to look. You can also view it in week or month view so that you can plan things out. And then in the posts that are planned to go out, you can obviously add your caption and your hashtags. But one feature that I really love about this is the fact that you can save captions. So this allows you to basically create a range of different categories for your hashtags, because it's not good on Instagram to just post the same hashtags all the time. You want to be mixing them up. So here on Later, you're actually able to create different collections of hashtags and then just add them to posts really easily. Later can also allow you to auto post to Instagram, which is great, but I do have a full tutorial and walkthrough about how to use it and why I love it so much here on YouTube as well. Another social media scheduling tool that I love and would be completely lost without is Tailwind, which basically allows me to schedule all of my Pinterest content to go out at different times. So this is what it looks like. It does look pretty complicated and it is quite hard to get used to, but it is so worth the investment and the time investment to learn how to use it, because honestly, it brings me so much traffic. Having scheduled all my pins, it gives me loads of awesome analytics. You can set up loops on it so that it will automatically post your older pins at set periods of time. So like if you've got any seasonal pins that need to be pinned out just around Christmas, you can set it up to do that. It's really, really clever. Loads of awesome features. I've actually got an online course all about Pinterest as well, in which I show you exactly how to use Tailwind. Next up, I couldn't make a list of tools for my business without including Canva. I think everyone probably uses it by now, but it's so useful. It's basically a graphic design tool. Now, obviously, because I am a designer, I do also use the Adobe products, so Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, all of that kind of stuff, to create my actual kind of client work and logos and any kind of detailed PDFs I create in Illustrator as well. But for anything quick and easy and social media graphics, I just use Canva because it's so easy to use. It's so quick. All of my Instagram graphics I've created templates for on here, so I can just use them and edit them really, really easily. If you're not on Canva already, I'd highly suggest you check it out. So obviously I have my online courses, and it takes a little bit of work and some tools to help me to create those. And I also have a podcast as well, which is called The Freelance Fix. I'll leave a link to it in the description if you want to check that out. It's all about freelancing, business, marketing, very, very similar types of content to on my YouTube channel, but a little bit longer, and you can just listen to it when you're in the gym or whatever. But I use a couple of different softwares to help me create my podcast and my online courses. So one of them, which I'm obsessed with and I use all the time, and I'm using right now to record this, is Screencast-O-Matic. And what this basically does is allows me to record my screen. And there's a few different softwares that do this. I know a lot of people use Loom, but this is honestly so good, and it's so cheap, like £1.65 a month, $1.65 a month, sorry. And it's just as good as any of the more expensive softwares, just not a lot of people know about it. So if you need a screen recording software, definitely check it out. It's so easy to use. To actually edit my videos, my YouTube videos, and also to edit my audio for my podcast, I actually use Premiere Pro, which is an Adobe product, again part of the Adobe Creative Cloud suite that I have. I'll link to it all below, but it's quite a complicated software if you haven't used a video editing software before, so I would just suggest maybe starting with iMovie or something like that if you're just getting started with editing video. Then in terms of hosting my online courses, I don't have it all on my website. I use a third-party course host to actually store all the video files and market my online courses, and for that I use Teachable. There are a few different ones on the market, but I personally prefer Teachable. They sort out all the VAT business. In the UK, if you didn't know, you have to pay VAT on digital products, whether you're VAT registered or not, and it's an absolute nightmare, but Teachable takes care of all of that for you. And I just really like their interface, and it makes it look really nice and professional for all of my students as well. So this is what it looks like to my students. They can click in on any of the modules and watch the latest lesson, and this is what it looks like in the back end. And finally, just in terms of my business finances, you might just be interested to know that I use QuickBooks to do my bookkeeping and accounting. I think I'm on the self-employed plan, but I'm looking to upgrade to their kind of QuickBooks Basics plan, I think, because it's got a little bit more features in it that I need moving forward. And in terms of banking, so up until now I've just been using a high street bank, which I have had really bad experiences with, so I am now moving to Starling Bank, who are awesome. They're basically like Monzo, if you've tried Monzo as well. It allows you to have an app to manage all your business banking and put all your money into different pots to keep yourself organised, and it's just a really useful, handy way of managing your business finances. Typically, the kind of high street business bank accounts are all really ugly to use and really confusing, whereas I've just found Starling Bank is a much more user-friendly way of managing your finances. So those are all the tools that I use in my business. I'm sure there are some more, but those are the main ones that I use to run my design business and all of the education stuff as well. If you do want any more information on any of these, do check out the links that I will leave in the description, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you love the kind of nosy behind the scenes stuff for people running businesses. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again with another video next week.